Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me for today's Lunch and Learn. I'm Keith Armour. I'm the Education Homework Support Manager down here in the Adult Learning Center at Main Library. Today, we're going to go over one of my favorite new websites we subscribe to here at the library, and that's called Creativebug. And they've got over 1,000 different how-to videos on arts and crafts and all sorts of different things. We're going to also take a look at some of the ongoing events that are happening this coming week or the next couple of weeks. And we'll do a couple of other look and see at different things in our website. But first, we're going to just dive right in on the computer. All right, you should all be seeing our wonderful website. I decided to start here at our library restart page because I just want you all to be aware that we did increase the amount of time that people could come into our buildings from 1 hour to 2 hours, and we did that on October the 5th. We still have all of these wonderful locations that have drive-throughs. All of our locations are providing curbside service, and then we've got 37 branches that are doing in building, that you can actually go in the building, use the computers, browse the collection, ask some questions and get some service. And you can print and fax as well. I forgot about that too. Now, because of building size, Elmwood Place and Green Hills and Mount Healthy, they are still closed for in-person service, but they're doing a bang-up job when it comes to curbside service. So please check them out and visit our libraries. I went ahead and bookmarked this page right here. Since we're going to Creativebug, I just want to point out the creativity of our wonderful library staff, our librarians. They put together some really great programs. I just want to highlight a few really quickly. So I selected Saturday, this coming Saturday, as the first day that we're looking at this calendar, just to bring it down a little bit. And then I clicked on arts and culture, crafts, and DIY. And so let's just look at what's happening on Saturday. You've got some knitting over at Northside, and that's for adults. At Harrison, they're doing chalk on the lot, which is outdoors. That's for all ages. They're doing some chalk art over at Green Hills as well. And then at North Central, for children and teens, they're doing some outdoor decorating of the pumpkins. And there's just 6 seats remaining for that. And then starting Monday, October the 19th, you've got at Green Township a DIY yarn, yeah, I can read it, yarn pumpkin craft, and then Make It Take It at Covedale, Mass Lanyard over at Bond Hill, and there's still some seats remaining for our lifelong learning watercolors for seniors too. If someone wants to sign up for that, there's still seats remaining. And then outdoor paper bag haunted houses at Sharonville, and there's even more. I could show more by just clicking here, but we want to dive into Creativebug. So let's click on the logo, and then we're going to go to research databases, and then here we're going to go over here, lifelong learning, and we're going to say online courses. And the very first thing you see right up here is Creativebug. Now, we've talked about hobbies and crafts reference, and we did that last week. And we also talked about universal class as well. And we're going to go to Creativebug. It says learn a complete wide variety of arts and crafts projects, figure drawing to furniture upholstery to felting. Creativebug has over 1,000 videos for any skill level. And they're taught by artists and experts. So we're going to click right here. Now, if we're outside the library or even inside the library, you're going to have to log in with your library card. So let me do that real fast. I'm going to log in, and then I see that I've been successful. And you have to do that every time that you log in to Creativebug. And there's so many things. I'm just going to play this short little video right here. We'll give you a great little overview.
At first, I offered classes to friends. I would practice, and I thought of it as if this was a dream class that I would have taken in the beginning, this is how I would have presented it.
think I've always drawn and made things and taken workshops. And then eventually I got to a point where I had taken so many classes, I was like, well, I could teach these. And then eventually I did start teaching them.
If I want anything in the world, it's to be able to encourage people. I'm giving away all my secrets, so you can tell exactly how I'm thinking. Nothing makes me happier than that.
And you don't have to worry about trying it risk-free because you've got your library card. So you have access to this. And there's so many things that are on here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go in reverse order. Now, if I go to classes, look what shows up. There's a whole bunch here. There's some inspiration, there's CBTV, and there's daily practice. We're going to go right over here to daily practice. And look, right here, it says 50. There's 50 daily practices that are here that will take you step by step through how to do something. So they're going to build on each step as you go along. There's also a rating. You get to see a picture of the artist or the creative person, and you have a description. You also have up here how long it's going to be. And don't freak out. It's not because it's going to be 5 hours, you have to sit there for 5 hours. We're going to go ahead and click on this one right up here, Make Art Where You Are, a daily practice. And that's by Courtney. I'm going to click here. And I'm going to say play again because I was doing this the other night. And there's a nice little video about her, and it's about 1 minute and 21 seconds. Just kind of introduces you to the person who's going to be teaching the class. And we're going to go back right here to description. So this is for a beginner. It's about 2 hours, and they tell you a little bit about the artist, tells you what you're going to learn, draw and paint on the go, work with watercolor, use colored pencils, mix media for various effects. And what you'll get, and it's easy to follow video lessons to make art no matter where you are, 31 high definition video lessons, and a detailed supply list, and a step-by-step instructions from Courtney. All right, there's even a discussion, a class discussion. There's 43 comments here. So you could read the comments before you even commit to taking this class. You can also check out other things here before you sign up. We're going to go to the chapters, and here are all the different days. And remember, this is daily practice, so it's 31 days here. And you've got 31 days, so you're going to have the overview, and that's what we were starting to watch up here. And then what's in my toolkit, all the way down to embrace wonkiness. And you can see over here the videos. The longest one here is layouts at 11 minutes. And that looks about to be the longest one that's there. So it's just daily practice, gets you in the frame of mind, doesn't take a lot of time from your busy day, but it gives you a little way to disconnect from the news and things that are happening. And I just think this is a great tool for you. Right here is, speaking of tools, we're going to go to materials. Here are some suggestions on materials that you'll need. And some of them, I will say that some of the materials that not on this particular class, but some of the other classes are very, not cheap, but not a terribly expensive, but something that there's a few tools that I had never heard of. And so that's the whole point of Creativebug, is to try to get you out of your comfort zone and learning some other things as well. There's a gallery. You click right here. And this gallery is connected to this class, okay? And here are the things that some people have created while taking this class. And you can load more. And you can keep loading more. And those are the different things that people have submitted for the gallery of this class. Then you can add your conversation. We talked about that already. And you can make some notes, and you can add this just to your watch list. You can see the entire transcript, and you can also download. This is the classroom download. It's a PDF, and I'm going to open up that PDF. And you'll notice here it is, Make Art Where You Are, a daily practice. And it's 13 pages, but it's going to give you that list of things that you possibly will need. And then some reference. So she's going to be using some photos along the way. So this is day 4. You'd want to have this, day 5, and so forth. Okay. So she gives you some really good reference tools, and then you can go ahead and use that along the way. And you can just store that as a PDF on your computer. You wouldn't necessarily print it out, but you could print it out if you'd like to. So I'm going to click out of that. So that's a daily practice just for her class. I'm going to click back. And you'll notice there's so many on here. If I keep scrolling down, you'll see more and more happening that just populate the site. And it just keeps going on and on. You can do a sampler. And a lot of it has to do with just building on one skill after another. Our watercolor for seniors class is very popular. So if you'd want to do a daily painting challenge for 31 animals, once again, you have the description, you have what you're going to learn, you have 31 videos, you've got the download. If I go to the description, once again, you'll see, I mean, right here, it looks like 7, nope, this one's 8 minutes long. That's right. Oh, it's almost 9 minutes long here. So none of them are very long, except the very last one, a unicorn, is 12 minutes long. But that's going to give you daily practice so you get better and better. And let's look at their gallery of different things that people have made. Oh, wow, look at that. That's very good. Okay. And once again, you could look at you could download the PDF. And this one is going to have 32 pages. And it's going to literally take you day 1, day 2, and you'll notice some of that in the gallery. These were paintings that people did of various animals, because that's the name of the class. So 31 animals. All right, we're going to click out of that. So there's a whole bunch here just in daily practice. Okay, so we're going to move over to CBTV. And I know you're thinking, what is CBTV? It is Creativebug Television. Okay, CBTV for short. And what they're going to do is they're going to show you some high definition versions of their Facebook Live videos. They're going to do some time lapsing. They're going to share all of this, and you could even just binge watch. Now, what I found really interesting about it is that they have a little look at some of the newest classes that they've joined, that they put on Creativebug for each month. Now, this one, quite frankly, I'll be honest, was a little annoying because she's the narrator, and each of these skeletons talk about upcoming classes. So let's just click on September for my peace of mind right at this moment, and we'll see. So it's kind of showing you some of the things that are on there for September and the different ways. There's a machine there that you might not necessarily have. So there's a new sewing class. They're introducing the different people. There's a new painting class that they started. Rotary class. Crocheting. And it's just great. They just give you a little highlight, and you can watch this and see. Go ahead and check that out. I just will say that the skeletons got on my nerves a little bit. So let's look at more videos. So these are some of their favorite documentaries that they have. These are some Facebook Live things that they went ahead and uploaded. And then you can even look, meet some of their instructors. If you click here and view all, you can see some of their instructors. There's a lot more instructors that are just on this page, but each one, if I go to one of their instructors, let's go right here. You have an introduction.
So if I was stuck on a desert island
to her, and then we'll just kind of give you an overview of what she does as a visual artist. And I just think it's kind of fascinating to get to know these people, and as they teach you different things as well. All right, so let's go to inspiration. So there's a bunch here to look at. Let's go to inspiration, and let's go all the way over here to instructors again. And they have it a little bit different. And I could keep loading and loading and loading, and there's a lot on here. I think I counted well over 100 different instructors because there's so many different classes that are here. So I go back to inspiration, go to class collections. In class collections, they're going to put it together a bunch of classes that are going to highlight a particular collection. So do-it-yourself sketchbooks, if we click here, this is a collection of sketchbooks that you could create with different instructors, some the same, like right here. Jody's done 3 of them, and then we have 3 new, 3 different instructors. But that's all about sketchbook. Creating your own sketchbooks. And once again, if you click on it, you're going to have the introduction video. It's going to tell you how long. It's going to tell you each chapter. And this is part of the collection. Okay. So I'm going to go back. Let's pick a different collection. Let's pick Art Camp, Kids Art Camp. And they have a lot of cool features for kids, especially if you're trying to teach them some art. If you are doing some homeschooling, or if you're doing a blended learning model with kids, this is a great place to check out. So if you're going to do something with kids, here's personalized dishes. Well, that would be a really cool project, especially for grandparents. If you're trying to make something, the kids are going to make it with you. Once again, you can look at the chapters. There's not a lot on here because this isn't a very long class at all. There's the description right there. It just shows you very easily what you'll need to know. And the materials, let's look at the materials real fast. So these are materials that you would have to have. And not a lot of materials you'd need. So we click the download. Once again, we click here. And it's just one page. So it tells you what you need and how you'll do it. But what will be very helpful is actually seeing how they do it in the video. So that's inspiration. Pattern library. Let's get to pattern library, and then we're going to stop right there. So there's a whole bunch of patterns here, an unbelievable amount of patterns. And they rotate, they kind of change some of this every once in a while, but you've got the summer bag right here, but you can download the different patterns. So let's find something that would be kind of fun. Let's find another scarf. I just passed up some scarves. Let's look at this scarf. Okay, so we're going to go to the download. We're going to download the scarf. We're going to open it over here, and they're going to tell you exactly what you need, even down to the colors. And then they're going to, all of this right here makes really no sense to me because I do not knit, but I do believe the instructions here would definitely work with anyone who understands knitting. But there it is, there's a pattern, and so you could make that scarf, and that'd be a perfect holiday gift. You want to send it to me, please do. I would like that gift, that would be great. But there's a whole bunch of them on here, especially if you're into knitting or crocheting, right there, okay? So that is inspiration, and then let's go to inspiration feeds. Sometimes we just need some inspiration from different feeds, and these are a collection from the gallery of the different classes. But you'll notice that if I keep clicking, maybe somewhere along here, you might get some inspiration by someone that created something, and you're like, oh, well, I'd like to create something like that. I mean, I'm not sure about that, but they created some type of toilet paper thing. Let's just click on that just to find out what we got here. This is a toilet paper roll I drew. Wow, okay. Interesting. And I can keep clicking through on each one, and that just kind of gives me some inspiration along the way. And then we come over here to the calendar.
The head of the painting department.
I'm going to click right there. I'm going to stop. And here's the calendar where what they're doing is they're actually doing their monthly review. So they've got 31 prompts from modern and contemporary artists. You can play that right now. And what they'll do is they will add it along the way. So they're going to do a Camp Creativebug friendship bracelet, and that's going to get on the site on the 26th, and on the 28th, how to sew a shirt #2. Okay, so these are some good ways that you might want to just find some inspiration by looking at the calendar and as they add things on here. All right, I will let you know that next week, because Creativebug is so huge, next week we're actually going to go over classes. As you see, I put my mouse over the word classes. You've got art and design, sewing, quilting, paper, knitting, crocheting, food and home is on here, jewelry and holiday and party, and of course there's a whole kids section as well. We kind of looked at some of that. But go ahead and take a look at Creativebug, and I'm going to click out and finish up. All right, there's so much to Creativebug. We're actually going to do part 2 next week for the Lunch and Learn. So don't forget to get out there. It's beautiful. It's getting a little cooler, but you know, outdoor chalk on the lot at Harrison, pumpkin decorating at North Central, do-it-yourself yarn pumpkin craft at Green Township, and of course the Bond Hill, the mask lanyard. There are so many things that the library puts on. We do virtual programming such as this, but we also are doing some things in person. You can come into the library for 2 hours now instead of just 1, and we're asking everybody to wear their mask. But everyone, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next Thursday for Lunch and Learn. Thanks.